So prior to this speech, can I have everyone pull out like a pen and like something to write with? Maybe like a paper. No, sorry, the other way around. Pull out a paper and something to write with. Either a pen or pencil, totally fine. But we're gonna be doing some drawing.
Whenever you're ready.
Alright, hi guys. So today I'm presenting to you sketching. And my reason why I believe it's really important and how we can become somewhat better at it. So someone might say we're living in this world that it would just take us 1 second to just pull out this phone and maybe take a photo like this. Captures the essence of time, captures the light, and captures the ambience of the city really well. So someone might ask, like, why are we even sketching to today? It's kind of like less accurate, doesn't really capture like all the colors. But for me, sketching is more than that. It's more than just capturing the time, capturing the frame of reality, but it's also just to understand what's right in front of you. In his article, Why We Draw, Richard Johnson, spending his time when his son came out of coma 12 weeks after he was born, and instead of just taking a photo and just waiting without doing anything, he decided to draw. He decided to sketch his son. And by doing so, he's able to understand how every equipment is making his son still alive. And he understands how precious it is the moment when his son wakes up and actually stares at him while he was sketching at him. And as for my case, even though sketching might not have like a dramatic effect to my life comparing to Johnson, but I learned a lot from sketching. I learned how the light shines through the dark cloud of Bangkok. I know how the light kind of hits the deck of, not the deck, but the table of Scout. And I even know how my roommate looks like closely. And so I want to share with you that it's really important that we know how to sketch, because it's not just about drawing, and it's about seeing reality in the way that you've never seen it before. And so today we're going to talk about sketching and how we can start. And I don't know about you guys, but I started from here. Just doodling in class with this kind of clumpy paper, and just like use like this kind of like cheap pen and just draw randomly without any purpose at all. And I learned this the hard way, but I know that we have to have the right equipment first before we even start drawing. So what you need, even though you don't have it today, but what I encourage you guys to get yourself some is first sketchbook. I carry this with me almost every day. No, not almost, every day. And I just like keep drawing. And the next one is pen or pencil, and it's really important. This one's really important because according to Freehand Drawing, the book that was published in 2005, it says that each material has its own characteristic and has its own nature. The pen will give you this contrast line, while the pencil will give you a little bit more room to just be able to shade. And next up, after you have all those two things, is you need a comfortable place where you can just sit down or stand up against either a tree or a wall, and comfortable pose so you can just take your time and just sketch. But let's just say that we find this view, and let's just say like so I want to ask you, how do you gonna start drawing this thing? You're not just gonna start from drawing a curve or starting to shade. First you start from drawing a line. So right now is the time that I ask you guys to bring out the equipment that I asked you guys to bring out and just draw a line. Got that? Cool. So do you recognize this as one of your own lines? If your line looks somewhat kind of close to the left one, then you're on the right track. That means that you're holding your pen right and you are confident with your line. My professor, John Scott, once told me, and also in his book, Sketching from Square One to Triumphal Square, that the way that you hold your pen really transpire to the way that you draw. And you have to have your line be crisp in order to have your sketch becomes clear to other people. And after that, let's draw a shape. Let's draw a square. So you can see, and then after that, let's draw a rectangle. But I want you guys to draw this exact rectangle though. And I bet that probably not 100% of you guys draw this rectangle right. And I want to share some secret as in to draw this rectangle as close as it is. So you have to look at proportion. You know that square, the proportion of this is 1 by 1. But rectangle can be anything. It can be 1 by 3, 1 by 2, 1 by 5. But in this case, it's 1 by 2. And by noticing that, you're starting to understand how each object related to each other. And you apply that proportion knowledge into that relationship as well. So let's go back to that picture again. What's like the relationship between these two shapes? It's the gap in between, right? So how do you draw that somewhat accurately? You apply the whole proportion thing again. And then you notice that the gap is actually just one scale according to the square that we have. And if you know all this stuff, even though it might seem super abstract, but you can apply all of this when you just want to sketch. Let's just say we go back to this view again. And where do we start? I suggest that you start from the pipe and make that a one scale. And then you then start realize that the door is just a 1/3. It's organized by just being a 1/3 of that one scale. And also the top of the deck is just a half of length of that. And you can even keep doing this with your whole sketch until you get the final sketch. And I know that this 5-minute speech might not do much in terms of like getting all the text done in terms of shading, but this is like the most important fundamental in terms of for you guys to start sketching. And sketching has done a lot to me, and I hope that sketching maybe change your life in a way. Maybe it will change the way that you see, and make you see the world more complex and maybe even more beautifully. As the author of freehand sketching would say, that sketching is like seeing, and you cannot see without sketching. Thank you.